Welcome to the Store Manager Academy. We are in week 2, lesson 2. This lesson is all about KPI focus, key performance indicators. This is something that I didn't quite grasp early on in my retail career. In fact, I was almost fired because I was not focused on the company KPIs. I was focused on Steven's KPIs, which didn't quite align with the company's KPIs. And I remember the day as it was yesterday. My boss walked in, told me I just wasn't making it. I was not meeting company standards and my job was in jeopardy. So I had an aha moment that day. After my boss left, I realized I was doing things the wrong way. I was focusing on Steven's KPIs and not the company's KPIs. I wanted to focus on providing a great customer service experience in my store. And at that time in my career, I don't even think I understood what truly a great customer service environment was. And so I was neglecting the company focuses that they had going on. I was neglecting merchandising. I just wanted to focus on being happy, good, go lucky, just helping customers out. And in the end, it almost cost me my career. I was such a brand new store manager so early on in my career, and I almost left retail management, just completely left. And what a shame that would have been. I would have never experienced all the things I've experienced, all the growth I've gone through, all the people I've been able to help through the years if I decided to quit that day. So I am very lucky I had this aha moment. And I'm going to tell you what this aha moment was. I realized that the company has this big dashboard, right? They've got all these, these stores that are in the green. Those are stores that are doing well, that are profitable, that are, that are above average on the KPIs that the company's measuring. Then you have your stores that are gray, that are just normal. Then you have stores that are yellow, that are trending down. And then you have stores that are in the red. Those are bad. I learned that upper management looks at 2 columns or 2 colors, green and red. If you're on the red list, you're getting a whole lot of attention. And I'll tell you from experience, it's not the kind of attention you want. When you're in the green, you're getting great attention, you're getting kudos, you're getting promotions, and everybody's happy. And if you're in the middle, you're just not on the radar, which some people appreciate, they like, but I'm not the kind of guy that wants to just be, taking it easy and just doing enough to get by. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're not that type of person either. You want to grow your business, you want to grow your team, you want to grow your income and your career. And that's why you're going to learn to be in the green on all the main company focuses that your company has. Now, I've learned that there are anywhere between 5 and 12 focuses, key performance indicators that your company will measure your performance on. They measure you as a store manager. If you are a good store manager, in most companies' minds, you're going to be in the green on 90% of those 5 to 12 focuses. And if you're in the red on a lot of them, guess what? You're not a good manager. You could be a great manager and be in the red, and the upper management thinks you're not a very good manager. I know that seems pretty ridiculous, but it's absolutely true, and I've learned that the hard way. I'm sure some of you watching this know exactly what I'm talking about. So what I'd like to teach you today is how you can go from being in the red to being in the green and to build a high-performance culture through that process. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Number 1, find out, determine, and write down what are your company focuses. What are the top 5 to 12 focuses, whatever they may be. Hopefully they don't have more than 12, 15 at the most, because the more your company focuses on, the less you're actually going to accomplish. Then out of those top focuses, let's just say top 10, you want to pick the 3 hottest buttons, right? The 3 hot button issues. I can tell you most of the time, one of them is going to be labor, right? And the other is going to be comps. Are you positive in comps year over year? Are you positive to budget year over year, quarter over quarter, month over month, week over week, day over day, right? Are you positive in comps? I'm going to give you a real world example of an issue you could be having and how you correct it. Okay, so number one, pick those top three focuses and start tackling them one by one as fast as you can, putting all your energy and effort towards it. So let's just say labor is one of those key performance indicators that you're not doing so hot on. Let's just say you're performing less than company standard, and you've been getting a lot of calls and emails from your DM or your boss asking you why you're over on labor and what you're going to do to correct it. So what you need to do is understand how labor affects your business for good or bad. That's the first thing you need to do when you're focusing on something like labor. How does it affect your business, good or bad? The next thing you need to do when it comes to your labor is you need to bring your whole team together and you need to talk to them about the current situation that you're in when it comes to labor. How it's affecting your profitability, how it's affecting the store, and how today, moving forward, you're taking full accountability of labor and you need everyone's help, and we're going to make the store bigger and better. If we're able to control our labor, we're going to be able to meet our sales plans. We're going to have a lot more profits to go around to actually add more hours down the road. And you need to manage your hours by department, by day. You need to break it down for each individual. You need to let them know if they want to stay an extra 2 hours to get something done, they need to come to you and explain the ROI, why 2 hours is going to be profitable for the store, for the business. And you need to hold people accountable, clocking in and out on time, clocking in and out of their lunches and breaks. These are the simple things that you hear all the time when it comes to controlling your labor. But for some reason, most of us managers, we never actually hold people to the standard. When we say clock out for your breaks, clock in and out on time, we actually don't hold people accountable for when they don't do that. And then it just keeps trickling down, right? It's like a snowball effect. The more you don't hold somebody accountable, the more people decide they're going to walk all over you, and eventually you've got the entire store that's just running around doing whatever they want, and you're sitting there wondering why. It's kind of silly, isn't it? So, real life example, your labor, make sure everybody's on the same page. What role do they play in making sure you hit your labor goals each day, each week, each quarter? And then you need to bring into the subject of, guys, gals, if we want more labor, we've got to drive sales. And this is how we do it. So you connect different situations, different ways to maximize on the one customer that came into your store and how you can maximize on that customer and make sure you get the most out of that customer. Remember this and explain it to your team. There's a reason why that customer got dressed, or let's just say they showered, got dressed, some of them may have not showered, got in their car, drove to the store. There's a reason why they're there today. Some of them took a bus. Some of them walked a couple hours. And then for them to leave empty-handed, there's something wrong with that picture. So your job, your team's job, is to find out why that customer walked into the store today. What is it that they were looking for? What complements their purchase? What items complete their purchase so they leave the store very happy with their purchase, with the items they have, and they want to come back for more. So you need to explain that process to your customer, to your team, about your customers and how that's a direct reflection of the kind of sales you're going to get in the store and how that's going to increase your overall labor percentage. So that's just one hot button. We could go into sales, we could go into email collection. So maybe your company KPI is 70% email collection. You got to get 70% of your customers to give you their email. Maybe your store's only at 30%, maybe it's 40%. You're just not quite there at that 70%. So again, you get everybody in the store that collects emails, the people on the register, the people on the floor, any fill-ins. You bring them together in a meeting and you talk to them about the importance of collecting emails, why it's important to you, why it should be important to them, why it's important to the company, and why it's important to the customer. What does the customer get out of you collecting their email? If you can articulate that message and get everybody behind a common goal. And that, look, less than 70% is just not acceptable. We actually need to be at 90%. I would say 100, but 100 is just impossible. So we're going to shoot for 90. We're going to try for 100, but we'll get 90 every time. 9 out of 10 customers are going to give us their email. You're going to provide scripts for your team, a script for on the floor, a script for on the register, and you're going to reinforce that every day through your morning huddles, through your evening huddles, through your one-on-one coaching, through your private coaching, through your team meetings. You are going to reinforce this as a habit. You're going to change their beliefs, their values. You're going to turn those into actions so they will start collecting emails. This is what you'll do for each focus. So you'll do that for your top 3 focuses. As you say, your other focus is comps. So you've got labor comps, an email collection, and then maybe there's 5 other focuses your company has. Maybe one of them's updating the task manager that you completed the tasks in your store. That's so silly. I don't know why so many companies focus on that, but they do. Maybe it's merchandise execution, getting the planogram set on time. Maybe it's getting freight received on time and tackling any outstanding invoices that have come in that haven't been received. Those 48-hour windows where it says it was delivered but it hasn't been received. Being on a 24-hour turnaround. Whatever those other focuses are, maybe it's upsell to register. You've got to laser in on each one of them. You've got to tackle them one by one. Knock out your top 3, then go to number 4th most important, then the 5th most important, all the way to the last one. You repeat this process one by one until it's done. You will be amazed how quickly the culture in your store will turn around, how quickly you stop going from the bad list to people questioning why they hired you to why they can't just duplicate what you're doing, at coming to your store, seeing what you're doing, asking you how are you doing it, and wanting you to train other store managers. It's a night and day difference once you realize how you can use your company focuses to build your business, to be profitable, and to get promoted. Thanks for tuning in. Well, I look forward to seeing you on the next lesson. Have a great day.